1, 2, 3,
4,
5, 6, 7, 8.
Throughout our lives, we will never know when a loved one or anyone may go into cardiac arrest or may begin drowning. CPR, which is cardiopulmonary resuscitation, may be one of the only things that could save them in the little amount of time they have left. That is why it is an essential skill for everyone to learn and be prepared to use at any time, but pray that you never have to. I hope today that I will be able to teach you how to perform CPR and how to look at a victim and know what to do based on different techniques when looking at a victim's age or how many rescuers you have. The first thing you'll do when you see someone unconscious from cardiac arrest or from drowning is you're going to assess the scene. When you assess the scene, you're going to look at the victim, see if they are unconscious or not, look if they are breathing or not. After you do that, you're going to make judgments on the victim's age, weight, and if they are wet or dry. And you do this because when lifeguarding, if someone is drowning, of course they're going to be wet. And you want to make sure they are dried off because you're going to use a device that's called an AED. And that is what shocks the person's heart and gets them starting again. So, when you give CPR on an adult or child, compressions are given first unless they are drowning, then it is breaths. The ratio for compressions to breaths is 30 to 2. When giving compressions, the rate should be 100 to 120 per minute. You can listen to the beat of the song Staying Alive, and that will give you a good rate to stay at. When you give breaths, it should take about 1 second to administer the breath. Compressions should range from 2 to 2.4 inches deep into the chest. Any deeper could harm the victim. There's no way to really judge that. It's just you kind of do it on your own after practice, and you'll finally get the hang of it. Now I'm going to try to perform CPR for you guys. When performing CPR and you start your compressions, you always want to count out loud. It's always a good habit to do because if you're working with others, you want to make sure they know where you're at. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And that is a full round of CPR. You want to give at least 5, and then after 5, it is probably time to switch with another person. When giving CPR and your compressions, you want to stay around the nipple line, maybe a little bit below. When you have another rescuer doing CPR, you will have one that does compressions and one that does breaths. So if you're doing compressions, the other person will give breaths, and they will stand at the head of the person and your breaths this way, so you don't have to worry about that, and it goes much faster. Giving CPR to an infant. The ratio of compressions to breaths for infants depends on the number of rescuers. With one rescuer, the ratio is 30 to 2. With 2 rescuers, it is 15 to 2. It is that because usually with younger children, it is a breathing problem, so you want to get breaths in much quicker to get them going again. The compression rate for infants is also 100 to 120 per minute. Compression depth should be about 1.5 inches deep. Again, you can't really just know from looking at it with your eyes. It's just a judgment call. Now I'm going to perform CPR on an infant. And there's 2 different ways to do this. If you're by yourself, you want to do it right here, and you use 2 fingers. Again, you're going to be at the nipple line, and you'll go down like this. And then if there's 2 rescuers, again, there's going to be someone at the head, and you'll be right here, and you're going to use your hands like this and wrap it around the baby, and put your 2 thumbs right on the nipple line, and you'll start going down. And you do this because when you do it on the side by yourself, because you can give the compressions and then do breaths. You don't want to do it this way because then you have to crawl and get onto the baby's head, and it takes much longer. So here's a round of CPR for a baby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Also, when giving breast to infants or adults, you want to make sure you wash the chest rise so you know that your breasts are going in and doing well. That's it.
One, two, three,
4,
5, 6, 7, 8,